Acknowledgement Feast.
We've reached the age of 64, our golden years are here. They tell us that the age begins a happy new career. For now our government becomes our permanent cashier as we go marching on. Holy moly, it's our money. Holy moly, it's our money. Holy moly, it's our money we paid when we were young. So let's do a quick intro. What I'm looking for is your name, maybe how long you've been with the Grannies, and why did you come today? My name is Sandy.
Go on. We're listening.
Better known often here as Rainbow, because when I joined there were 4 Sandys. So I used Rainbow in as a guide leader, and I just brought it over here. My kids often called me Rainbow, and so I've used Rainbow now for many, even though I haven't guided for a while.
Tuesday, July the 7th, 1998 at 7:30 p.m. And we met here because Adina Lyons especially was the one who started us, because she'd been in some kind of a workshop and they were challenged to go home and do something. And she decided her thing was going to be getting Raging Grannies going. Good. Calgary.
Are we in touch with Adina any longer, or is she passed?
No, well, I don't know that, but she moved to Manitoba, was it? Adina.
When Calgary Grannies started, they only had one older granny. Most of the grannies were working.
50s and 60s.
Yeah, yeah, but they had one older granny who was 79 or 78 or 79 when she started, and then she took some time off from the grannies at 80 because she fell in love. Anyway, the next the gig I got, my first gig was, believe it or not, actually got an honorarium from the government, as I remember. International Year of the Seniors or something.
Right.
Year of the Seniors or something. So
That's right, we did. Yeah.
That's in his crazy speech, and I won't quote it all because it was just so much of it was so vile. And, one of the things he told us was that we were not worthy of grooming the hairs of his loin.
Oh, good grief.
And so when I ended my speech, I said, "No, by the way, I will not be grooming the hairs of your loin." And an old lady said that to me.
I'm also active with the International Raging Grannies, and I still haven't had to do very much, but I'm in contact with a woman who's handling all the emails, and I'm kind of her backup person. And she had sent out an email to 90 different gaggles, and to begin with, she only got responses from about 20 back. And that's largely because of COVID. They folded because they didn't have a means of getting together and doing whatever they needed to do.
My turn.
Together for a bunch of reasons, but okay. Thank you.
I'm going to go next. I'm Trish, and I joined in 2018 or 2019, and the Grannies was almost at the point of dissolving because there just wasn't enough, and you put out kind of a little membership thing. And anyway, I joined a long time ago, and I've told this story before. I joined because when I was very much younger, I was at an event in Victoria, and there were Raging Grannies there, and they were protesting clear-cut forest in Clackawas Sound, and the Raging Grannies started in Victoria. And I said to my kids at the time, when I get there, I'm going to be a Raging Granny. So. You're so funny. Yeah.
Yes, and hello and welcome.
Sounds like a case of 24-year-old geriatric distress diagnosis to me.
You're being yourself, but you're also in this group where everybody is we're in a common uniform, and it's really meant to maybe knock down the guard of some people who would be like, well, they might not agree with what you're saying, but she's no lady, right? And it is the way of kind of softening the message sometimes, that sometimes people will feel maybe more willing to listen or less aggressive about our opinion, their opinion kind of thing, because it's non-threatening and the songs are funny, and so it's meant, that's how it was designed. You dress up like what people perceive grannies to look like in the old days, and that they're non-threatening, and then you deliver this message that is very direct and definite about how we feel about things.
That's one thing I'm frequently saying. The problem with the grannies is that we're grannies. We don't have the strength. Some of us don't have the strength. And I had some medical issues as well, and I didn't have the strength for a while. My strength has been building up really well. I can walk now. I mean, I could always walk, but I was hobbling along with a cane and that kind of thing and moving really slowly. So,
What makes you feel so emotional about that? If you want to share that.
Oh, I will.
You'll get there.
What I noticed you all standing there in that powerful women's We Matter, Me Too, and you were standing, that's the first time I ever saw Raging Grannies, and you really stood out to me because it was done so peacefully and so powerfully. And I don't like violence. I don't like it's interesting that we're called the Raging Grannies because I believe what we say in these songs. I sat and listened to all the songs. I actually sang them to my husband when he was making dinner, and I just thought they were just so clever and honest and funny, but poignant. And I thought that was so important to get the message across about what we stand for. And I really feel at heart that I've been a Raging Granny for my whole life. And but it's done so powerfully because there's something pretty amazing when you step into your crowndom and we have our gray hair and all the colors of our hair and our wisdom lines, and we know things. We know so much. And I feel a baby here at 60, and I'm here to learn from all of you. I'm here to grow, and I want to be 87 sitting here at this table, and I think this work is so important.
I think my kids and spouses are all you know, they're all pretty socially minded people. They're all pretty aware of politics. Our guys grew up in like kind of with that political interest. They're involved in their communities and yeah, they're aware of what's going on. And I think, you know, they vote. They're out there. They know who their representatives are. Yeah. So I think they're like, oh, you know, I think they think it's okay, like neat thing that their mother does. They don't, sometimes they'll be at you know, they're going to that protest, or they've been to one that I haven't been to. So, you know, they're involved as well.
I would never put on that outfit and get on public transit. And one of the grannies says she does all the time and that it starts conversations, but I have a tendency to be introverted. A lot of people are surprised to hear that, but I am definitely an introvert. And I get uncomfortable when people I don't know are looking at me, like it's a phobia, I guess. Like, oh, don't make that, they're looking at me.
Stand up for love. We stand up for love. We stand up for love. There is no room for hatred in our classrooms. We stand up for